Hi, today I'm going to make a video about some of my all-time favourite products. Lots of these won't be a surprise to you that watched lots of my films because they'll have made appearances and probably quite regularly. But looking through my makeup kit, my professional kit and my makeup bag, I've picked out some of the things that just are reoccurring, that are my kind of fallback safe products that I know really deliver, I know work really well, and they're ones that I repurchase and use and use. So I'm going to start with MAC Face and Body Foundation. And the reason I'm starting with this one is because it's been in my kit for around 20 years. So since it very first launched, and it's still there today. It's still in my kit. I still have the range. I use it when I want a really light foundation, but I use it a lot for bodies on shoots, so for legs and arms and evening out skin tones. It's absolutely brilliant for legs because it's got such a strong film former that once it's on and it's dry, it doesn't come off on clothes. So that has been essential really over the years I've been doing makeup. Another thing is Dior eyeshadows. I've always loved them. This particular one, it's called Masai Beige now, but it used to be called something else. And that has been in my kit for about 20 years as well. Not that exact one, but that group of colours. And I've always used it. I've used it on loads of people over the years. It's just one of those palettes that I'll come back to and I seem to really like. And I love the consistency of Dior eyeshadows. I had them tested once in a lab, and not to be too technical, but they remain in the fatty stage of binding a bit longer than most of them, so they have that slightly more creamy texture, which I've always really liked. Another one which has been in my own makeup kit for years, and you can see what happened to this. It's been glued back, stuck back, and taped back, and this was a limited edition. I think they did about couple of years ago that I use. Sorry, that looks a bit dirty. That's in my makeup bag. Isn't that terrible? But there's a colour there that I love. So yeah, Dior eyeshadows. I have got the whole range and I do repurchase them time and time again. Same can be said for Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I know I've gone on about this a lot in the past, but it's the first one that I found that is completely in synergy with the skin. It looks so natural. They do 3 or 4 different shades that I find great for different skin tones, and it's easy to blend, and it's got SPF, and it's just photographs so well. And I probably use that at least for the last 10 years, more or less consistently. Maybe it's longer. Yeah, and I think I probably use that on every single celebrity I've ever worked with, so that's a good product. Concealers, I do have different ranges of concealers. One of my fail-safe products is Secret Camouflage by Laura Mercier, and this just really delivers. It's not good for under eyes, but it's one of those things, if you've got some blemishes or spots or just little things that you need to conceal, it's absolutely fantastic. And that's been a good 10 years, if not longer, and constantly repurchased time and time again. Something that's a little bit newer is the Clinique airbrush concealer, and this is the light reflective one of choice. So I've probably been through all the different people that have come out with them, you know, over the last 15 years and settled on this one. I like it because it's not too light reflective, so it's good for things like red carpet, and also it has a little bit of concealing, a little bit more concealing than some of them. And they do lots of different colours, again good for different skin tones, and I found that looks really good and photographs really well, and I've been very happy with that. So that's probably about 6 years going strong. Eyelash curlers, Shimura, Kevin O'Quan, favourites. Yeah, that's been in my kit since the Shimura one. I can't remember how long that's been going, but I've had it since it launched. I think it's over 20 years, it must be. If I'm wrong, sorry, but it feels like I've had it for a good 20 years, that one, and they're my favourite eyelash curlers. In the eyebrows, I have become a big fan of So Cute. I'm sorry I keep mentioning this product because I know most of you can't get it, and I'm sorry that that's happened. I thought it was available when I first started talking about it. I didn't realise it was so hard to get, but I have always loved their brow powders. their brow felt tip pen, which I've featured in a few of my tutorials. Brilliant if you've got hardly any brows, because it paints them in and it's waterproof. And their pencils, which I just found them great. Really good colours, great consistency. I do think a lot of Japanese brands are very, very good on eyebrows, and I find them particularly good. Number 7, Perfect Lip Pencil in Nude. I actually designed this colour, so it's a bit of a cheat, but this was the colour I wanted and I was looking for myself. So I designed it and put it into the number 7 range, and of course I wear this most days. I just normally wear it all over my lips with some lip balm on top, or I use it with lipstick. I've got it on now with lipstick, and that's Nude Perfect Lip Pencil number 7. I've used it on most celebrities, and that launched 5 years ago. Yeah, that's about 5 years. That's been going strong. Chanel bases, Pro Lumiere and Vita Lumiere. Had them both in my kit now since they launched. Vita Lumiere and Pro Lumiere, a real sort of celebrity favourite for that dewy, not dewy, luminous look without any grease and oil, you know, when you're looking, and matte Lumiere as well. But great for imparting the skin with luminosity without having an ugly shine or too glittery or too shimmery. Absolutely love it. And more recently I've been using Vita Lumiere Aqua as well, which is a lighter version. The other thing is lip glosses. Plumping lip glosses, Lip Fusion. Discovered these in Los Angeles about 6 years ago. First plumping lip gloss that I felt genuinely worked. Great, you have to put it straight onto natural lips, so no lip balm first, no lip products at all. Takes a bit longer to plump them up than some of the ones that really sting. This one doesn't. It's got hyaluronic beads and it just sort of plumps them up quite slowly, so it hasn't got that nasty stinging vibe. And also the range of shades, that's just some of them, I've always found really, really beautiful. So that's a big one for me. Bobbi Brown gel eyeliners. I know I've used them in lots of tutorials, but just brilliant range of colours. Who does such a massive range of nuances of purpley, blacky, grey, all those colours that you sort of want to find. They do so many greys, so many browns, so many different blacks, so many textures. So not only is it a great product in terms of texture, but that I can always find, I have a whole bag in my kit of these, exactly the right shade of eyeliner, you know, that I want to really emphasise the person's eyes, or if I'm doing my own makeup. Mascaras, probably the most consistent has been Max Factor for me. I've had the False Lash Effect, Masterpiece, and most recently lash extensions. For, you know, I just sort of have them in my kit all the time. Paint Pots by MAC. Brilliant colours, brilliant consistency, one of the longest lasting cream eyeshadows, and some very nice shades. Obviously they come and go. They change quite a bit, but that's something that I have a whole range of in my kit as well, and I really, really like them. The paler shades work brilliantly as a base for eyeshadow, and obviously the deeper shades and some of the blacks, I think it's Black Ground is one that I use in smoky eyes a lot. In terms of blushes, Chanel. This one, long since discontinued, but I bought a ton of them before it got discontinued, so I've probably got enough to keep me going for the next 10 years of Turbulent. And I don't know if anyone remembers this, it's already been discontinued for 5 years. But they're the one blushes that I buy all the time because I use them up. I genuinely sort of use them up. The pink one, love the tweeds particularly, all the new tweeds. I know I showed you the fuchsia one that I've been wearing in the Christmas gift tutorial. And I like them because they have just the right amount of pearl, so it's not too frosty. Again, it gives that life to the skin. I find it brilliant on clients, great for me. It's giving, you get enough colour, but it's sort of sheer, and you get enough shimmer that the face just lights up. It's a really good balance, a good mixture of colours. I think that's it. Have I got anything else to show? No. Lipsticks. I have so many different lipsticks in my kit, and so many that I like. Recently, I mean, it's hard to say, but all the Revlon matte ones, I've got them all in my kit. I've got a lot of MAC ones. Obviously I've got favourites like Ruby Woo, Lady Danger, Rebel. Some of the NARS ones like Shiap I've had in my kit probably since it launched. Some of the Givenchy ones like Voluptuous Nude is a big favourite of mine. Some of the Rouge L'Ors, some of the, the classic ones, I just keep them going. I've actually got this one on today, which is Rouge d'Armani. It's 105. That's a really nice colour. So yeah, lipstick is hard to sort of say, but I have quite a big selection. But I think roughly they're all the things that, when I just looked in my kit now, all the things that sort of jumped out, that having spent their time and proved themselves to be worthy to be included amongst some of my absolute all-time favourites. So I hope that was interesting, and thanks for watching.